ChatGPT Plus is free for college students through May. Here's the thing. You've got a lot to do between now and then. Studying for finals, writing papers, trying to keep your life on track. And ChatGPT can help with all of it. It can quiz you for your econ exam, make a study guide from your French notes, plan out your meals and study breaks. It can get really specific on how you like to learn. It can even help you come up with ways to stop procrastinating. So from now until summer break, take advantage of all the ways ChatGPT can make your life easier. Restrictions apply.
Start here on the Diamond in Atlanta. The Mets are headed to the postseason after Francisco Lindor's two-run homer in the ninth kept a wild back and forth over the final two innings, giving New York an 8-7 victory over the Braves in the opener of a makeup doubleheader squeezed in before the start of the playoffs. Atlanta also earned a wild-card berth by winning the second game, which eliminated the Arizona Diamondbacks. Down 3-0 heading into the eighth in the first contest, New York went ahead with a 6-run eighth, capped by Brendan Nimmo's two-run homer. The Braves surged back ahead with 4 runs in the bottom half, but the Mets weren't finished. Starling Marte singled with one out off Pierce Johnson, and Lindor delivered his 33rd homer, a drive into the Braves bullpen in right center. Edwin Diaz earned the win with a season-high 40 pitches despite giving up Albies' go-ahead hit. The Braves had the potential tying run at second in the ninth, but Diaz struck out Ramon Laureano and retired Travis d'Arnaud on a grounder to shortstop. New York had to hold off on a full-fledged celebration of its 11th postseason berth in 63 seasons, its first since 2022. There was one last game to play in the regular season, which the Mets did drop 3-0 to allow Atlanta to take possession of the National League's final playoff spot. There's no real opportunity for either of these teams to celebrate any further before diving right into the start of the postseason, which begins today. In Houston, the Astros will welcome in the upstart Detroit Tigers for Game 1 of the American League's first wildcard series before the Orioles host the Royals in Baltimore for the opener of their American League wildcard series. Tonight at 5:30 p.m., the Mets will begin their playoff journey in Milwaukee against the Brewers with Luis Severino on the hill before the San Diego Padres welcome in the Braves for Game 1 of the NL's second wildcard series. Sticking with MLB news, it is a sad day for baseball as well, with news of MLB legend Pete Rose's death coming yesterday. Baseball's career hits leader has died at the age of 83, and the coroner will investigate to determine the cause and manner of his death. Major League Baseball, which banished Rose for gambling on the game in 1989, issued a brief statement expressing condolences and noting his, quote, greatness, grit, and determination on the field of play. Reds principal owner and managing partner Bob Castellini said in a statement that Rose was, quote, one of the fiercest competitors the game has ever seen, and added, we must never forget what he accomplished. A 17-time All-Star, the switch-hitting Rose played on 3 World Series winners. He was the National League MVP in 1973 and World Series MVP 2 years later. He holds the Major League record for games played at 3,562, plate appearances 15,890, and the National League record for the longest hitting streak at 44 games. But no milestone approached his 4,256 hits, breaking his hero Ty Cobb's 4,191 and signifying his excellence no matter the notoriety which did follow. It was a total so extraordinary that you could average 200 hits for 20 years and still come up short. Finally, to the gridiron in Monday Night Football, where Mason Rudolph led the Tennessee Titans to a 31-12 rout of the Dolphins in Miami. Nick Folk helped him with 5 field goals, and Rudolph led 7 scoring drives after starter Will Levis left with a shoulder injury earlier in the win. Later on in the evening, Jared Goff threw a perfect game, setting an NFL record for completing all 18 of his passes to help the Detroit Lions beat the Seattle Seahawks 42-29, handing Seattle their first loss of the season. That is your sports list, and I'm Justin Ellick on 77 WABC.